This episode of Video Game Review is brought to you by GameFly. For over 8,000 titles to choose from, no late fees, never play a bad game again, or buy one for that matter, when you sign up with GameFly.com. Link down in the description. Better with candy than anything. How about honey? Big time. This week's video game review is on HuniePop, and I will tell you right now, wow. Welcome everyone to this week's video game review. I am your host as always, the Adventurous Joe, and I'll tell you right now, this is my first ever PC game review. Holy shit, people. I don't review PC games that much. Now, HuniePop, I had to review this game because, for one, my biggest gripe with it was how it ended. Seriously. My biggest gripe with it is how it ended. But at the same time, for 10 bucks, you're getting a pretty damn good game. For a full game, I mean, seriously. Pretty damn good game. And, I'll tell you right now, HuniePop is not meant for kids. Despite its Candy Crush-like feature to it, it is not in any way meant for kids. It is a mixture of like Candy Crush meets Adult Simulator. Seriously, adult dating sim, basically. You are a virgin, basically. That's how this starts out bad as hell. You are a virgin. You have never been with a woman whatsoever, okay? Because you're not very good around girls. You meet this hot little beauty named Q right off the bat, and you don't even know she's a love fairy, okay? You meet her at this bar or cafe or something like that. It starts off in a different location every time. It's weird. And this is the best part about this game. Before I show you some gameplay footage of it and stuff, we're going to tell you a little more about it. Basically, HuniePop is an adult's only dating sim, okay? You cannot let your kids play this whatsoever. Despite how fun it might be, there's coarse language, sexual innuendos, and there is the sex part itself. Yeah, hence why it's not meant for kids whatsoever. So do not ever let your kids see you playing this and think, oh, Daddy, can I play too? No! Or, Mommy, can I play too? No! Absolutely not. Do not let your kids play this. Because it is not meant for them. It is meant for the adults. Like me. Ha. Either way, let's get on with that gameplay footage. Alright everyone, this is HuniePop. Now like I said, this is like Candy Crush meets Adult Sim, and basically it's a mixture of both. In order to complete successful dates and stuff like that, you have to play a matching game, which is basically like Candy Crush. Match certain things to here and there, and boom, you're good. But unlike Candy Crush, you can move any which way you want. There's no saying, oh, you can only move one space here, one space here. No! If you got a match that you can work at the top of the board, up you go. If you got one way down at the bottom, down you go. If you got one way over here on this side of the board, bam! Over there. It's done. It can be moved everywhere. That's what was so great about this game. But the bad thing about it is, dates are very hard to complete. If you screw up in any way and run out of all 20 of your moves, you're screwed, pal. Seriously. Your moveset basically is how you're going to date these women. Now, there are 12 girls in all, including Q herself, the love fairy. Okay? You have to date all 12 of these women, and they have to be successful dates, and 4 successful dates before you can even get to the coup de grace. Seriously. In other words, make it to the bedroom and let's get it on, girl. Yeah, that kind of thing. Either way, HuniePop is an incredibly great dating sim. It's got a great story to it, but Here's my biggest gripe with it. It had a terrible ending. 2 times the terrible ending. Let's put it that way. 1, you date Venus. That's the final girl you're supposed to date and stuff. Okay? However, you have to date her twice and get her in the sack twice in order to achieve the biggest hurrah of it all. And this is where people really hated the game afterwards. It was called Alpha Mode. Basically, you give Q all 12 pairs of panties that you've collected from each woman and stuff, including hers, and she activates the very hard mode known as Alpha Mode. Basically, the dates get harder to achieve. You have to make sure you do not screw up any of them. If you do, Alpha Mode gets really bad because then the women don't want to date you again and stuff. And things just continue to get worse in this part. Okay? Then, when you top 100 dates, okay, doesn't matter if it's in the daytime, afternoon, evening, or if you finally just get that one last girl in the sack with you, Alpha Mode still continues on. There's no 101 dates, it just continues on. No ending. No fucking ending whatsoever. If you got the last girl in the sack with you and shit like that, there's no ending to this. It just starts the next day, and you go out and do everything again. And the problem with that is Alpha Mode never achieves anything. Okay? Only to get you the girl by nighttime that you're with into the sack, and that's it. Nothing more. Okay? Alpha Mode was the stupidest idea ever. It should have had some kind of alternate ending to it and stuff. Like, you reach date 100. You've fallen in love with this certain girl. Or something that gave it a good ending. Not continuing on in the most boring fucking thing. Mind-blowing and make you want to scream kind of thing. Seriously. Alpha Mode was terrible. The most terrible idea ever. I even want to write the developers and say, what made you think of Alpha Mode? Not having an ending. Terrible. It's just terrible. Either way, one thing I forgot to mention about the Candy Crush stuff is it even works when you're trying to get the girl in the sack on your final date. That's right. After 4 successful dates, the woman that you're with, if it's at night, she will say, let's go back to your bedroom. She will say, let's go back to your place. I want you to ravish my body and all this kind of sexual talk that is not meant for younger viewers to hear. Seriously. No way in hell would I want my kid to play this, and I'm not a dad. I'm an uncle and a godfather, and still I would not let my nieces or nephews or my goddaughter play this. Holy shit. Either way, the bedroom thing is hard as fuck. Okay? It's just like real fucking sex. Okay? If you don't achieve that perfect orgasm and shit, your damn meter starts to drop. You have to constantly keep on it. Match this part to this part to this part to this part to this part till she fucking climaxes. Seriously. It's how the coup de grace part kicks in. And then it's just like, okay, what happens next? Well, then you get a nice little adults-only kind of pick. Seriously. If you bought the uncensored version of HuniePop, it gives you nice little adult material at the end. Something that symbolizes your conquest of this woman that you just slept with. Either way, let's move on to the final verdict. Okay, people, my final verdict on HuniePop is going to be an 8 out of 10. Okay? I actually enjoyed this game. Okay? I enjoyed the thing of the Candy Crush thing on dates, and hated it a little bit in the bedroom part and stuff because you have to constantly keep on it, keep on it, keep on it. Keep the meter full, or your perfect sexual conquest just goes, and you have to keep doing it over and over again. Seriously. And Alpha Mode. God help me. Alpha mode was terrible. There's no end to it. There is no freaking end to it. Okay? It tops 100 dates, and it still keeps going. But there's no 101, 102, 103. Nope. Stays at 100 dates. And it just makes you go out, start dating again. Terrible. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention during my talk during the gameplay footage and stuff is you can switch your sex, your gender. Okay, seriously. You can switch between a male and female right in the middle of the game. Seriously. You do not have to say, oh, well, I got to start a new game because I want to play as a female. Nope. You can switch right between. You can go from being a male to, on one date, to a female on another. What the hell? Yeah, it works both ways. It's the weirdest thing ever, and it works both ways. Now, my biggest gripe, like I said, is alpha mode. I hated that frickin' mode, okay? Yes, dates were harder, but you gotta be smart about these dates that you're on and stuff. In alpha mode, you gotta really be smart. You gotta watch your moves carefully. Make sure you don't screw up and use up all 20 of your moves or 25 of your moves that you got. It depends on how many date things and all that stuff. And plus, it's got level up systems to it. Okay, every successful date you have and stuff like that, okay, it has a leveling up system. Sexuality, bam, level it up. Sensuality, level it up. Romance, level it up. Sensitivity and stuff like that. It's got all these different things. And then on top of that, you gotta ask these women questions, okay? And you make sure they got enough alcohol and food inside them first before you even can ask any questions. Otherwise, they will sit there and nag you to death. Either way, my final verdict stands at an 8 out of 10 on HuniePop, my first ever PC review. And I have to say, I enjoyed the game. I would have gave it a 10 out of 10 if it were not for the fucking stupid shit of alpha mode and the other thing. Okay? I'll tell you right now, I'm giving it a badass seal of approval. It was badass. For a Candy Crush-like dating sim, it was pretty damn good. Okay? I actually enjoyed that. Now, would I highly recommend it? Yes. To adults, I will highly recommend you play it. Give it a shot. Have fun with it. Switch between genders and see where it goes and stuff like that. How the story progresses and everything else. But, for kids, no fucking way in hell would I recommend this to a kid. Never, ever, 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 ever. And then there's another ever. And there goes another ever thing. Either way, that's it for this week's video game review. I have been your host, as always, the Adventurous One, Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe. And if you want to get in on some video games of your own and stuff like that, this episode has been brought to you by Gamefly.com. Bam! Link is in the description if you want to sign up with them and stuff. And never play a bad game again. Seriously, rent it first from Gamefly, keep it as long as you want, and cancel the subscription, the membership, anytime you want. If you're not satisfied with their services, if you want to keep games, if they're on the keeps games, if it says keep at a certain low price, bam, you can do that too. They'll send you the game case for it and everything. Perfect. I loved it. Either way, and I still love it. I'm still part of Gamefly since October of 2006, I believe it is. Yeah, I've been a part of Gamefly for a very, very long time. Very long. Very, very long. Either way, that's it for this week's video game review. I have been your host, as always, the Adventurous Joe, Joseph Michaels, and I'll tell you right now, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Yes, I know I just said my name twice, and don't worry about it. If you liked HuniePop, let me know your thoughts. Have you already played it? Let's hear your thoughts on it. If you didn't like my review on it and stuff, tell me what I could have done differently. Or something. Just do not sit there, bash me, put vulgar comments and all that other crap towards me, or call me a fucking idiot, say my channel sucks or anything like that, because the ban hammer is ready to strike, baby. That's right. No more of that bullshit is going to happen on my channel. That's right. Yours truly is in his own kind of alpha mode. It's called the ban hammer mode. Seriously. Alright, that's it. We're done with this week's video game review. If you want to be a part of Gamefly.com, links down in the description. If you want to be a part of any of the other services that we're advertising for, including NerdBlock.com, bam! Links are in the description as well. So, that's it. I will see you all next time on the next video game review. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to be reviewing yet. And the road to the PS4 has begun. That's right, people. I have saved over $100 already in game trade-ins to GameStop, and bam! I am going to be placing my down payment for my first ever PS4. Jesus God, can you imagine what's going to happen from here? Either way, I'm super excited. You'll be super excited if I can start doing some game reviews better with it. Doing some online plays, you know, that kind of stuff. That would be awesome as hell to do. Seriously. Either way, that's it. I will see you all next time on the next... And there goes my doorbell. Then, see you all next time on the next video game review. Until next time, peace out, and may the force be with you. Later. Damn doorbell.